Good morning from AlphaCars. My name is Tom, coming to you from our Northampton location, and today I'm very excited to share with you this 2014 Audi A4 Allroad. This Allroad is currently showing just over 58,000 original miles, and if you would like to see a high-resolution detailed photo set, please reference the listing at alphacars.com. There, of course, you will also find a free included Carfax report alongside a long list of technical data related to the vehicle's remaining tire and brake life, as well as individual readings from each panel using our paint depth gauge. But today I'll take you on a quick condition overview around both the interior and the exterior of the Allroad, as well as showing you some of the more interesting features. Now, to start the tour on the exterior, we'll find a beautiful paint finish that is not one I see too often. I don't know how it comes through on camera, but here to the human eye, it really comes across as almost a champagne silver. It's got a really gentle tinge of kind of gold metallic and a nice brilliant silver paint scheme, and I think it looks awesome when paired with all of the different silver accents and the gray cladding across the side of the vehicle. I'm a huge fan of the spec, and it's not a spec you see too often. Let's go really close to the panel, looking for any dings, dents, scratches, etc. Making our way down the driver's side, thus far it looks fantastic all the way to the rear of the vehicle. No dings or dents anywhere. Now, looking at the cladding around the outside of the vehicle, you can see on the widest portions it's got this really nice metallic gray on the plastic panels. Now, not only is it nice having a plastic panel on the outermost portion, because say there's an incident and something gets scuffed here on the side, it's going to be much easier and less expensive to replace. But also, it actually provides a really cool contrast to the paint, and only a little bit of damage present here on the way back of the vehicle. Pretty hard to notice. And you have this really nice metallic silver portion, just at the lowest point beneath the doors, and a matching trim around the windows and on the roof rails. And that silver perfectly matches the wheels here, these beautiful 5-spoke wheels wrapped in some nice tires. No curb rash to report in the rear, and none to report in the front as well. Now, making our way to the front fascia, you'll find a very attractive front end here on the Allroad. The main difference you'll notice between the traditional A4 and the Allroad variant are these vertical slats here in the front grille. You'll see those chrome uprights carrying all the way across the grille, and the chrome surround. I find it all presents very elegantly. I love the design of the headlights with that beautiful LED sweep. You can see the sun following it just there. Looks very nice. Both headlights are free of any damage, oxidation or discoloration. They look great. Looking at the lower portion, you do have a slightly more aggressive front splitter, finished in that same metallic gray we see in the cladding on the side. Some nice fog lights trimmed in chrome, and that nice little front lip there in the front. Now, making our way down the passenger side, again another wheel in nice condition. Continental tires presenting well. Body and cladding on this side just the same, are in nice shape. All the way to the rear, it all looks very nice. And lastly, the rear wheel looks great as well. Now, looking at the rear of the vehicle, taillights are crystal clear, just the same as we saw on the headlights. Audi logo shining in bright chrome, and just beneath it, the Allroad and Quattro badging. Of course, Quattro describing Audi's famous all-wheel drive system. You also have that metallic cladding in the rear, and then just beneath it, a beautiful diffuser panel flanked by 2 chrome exhaust tips, and a small wing just here over the rear hatch. It all presents very well here on the outside, but let's look at the inside. Making our way in, you'll find the spec gets even more wild here. We have this beautiful leather and the driver's seat in excellent condition. Same goes for the passenger seat. Still smells like a brand new car in here. Audi's one of those brands with a very particular smell in their cars due to the type of leather they use, and that smell is very much still here in this Allroad. Now, you could insert the key into the dash, but I'll leave it in my pocket and just push the start-stop button there. You can see it fires up instantly, no hesitation, no warning lights or any issues to report. If you see any flashing in the screen, that's only due to the camera's effect. To the human eye, it looks perfect. So, looking at the condition here throughout the interior, you'll find the dashboard in absolutely stunning condition. Infotainment screen fired right up. It did open to navigation. You'll find as I engage reverse gear, you have a nice high definition reversing camera. And the entire infotainment system is controlled via this switch panel here, which functions exactly as you would hope. Fantastic radio in this vehicle as well, I should mention. Looking just ahead of me, finished in this nice rich brown leather. You do have the steering wheel. All of your controls are in great shape. Double stitch leather looks awesome as well. There were a couple different steering wheel designs available in this year of Audi Allroad, and I think this is my favorite. Doesn't have the big rounded center airbag cover. I like the slightly more elegant design we have here. Gauge cluster looks great as we mentioned. Door cards have a beautiful blend of colors. You have that dark rich brown on the top paired with that chrome and wooden trim. Then a bit lower you have that tan leather to match your seating, and then some more rich brown carrying into your window switch pack and so on. That same color scheme carries across the dashboard into the center console, where we'll find some piano black accents trimming all of your climate controls and some of your media controls. Some more silver, piano black, and wood trim to be found here in the center. And all of the switches look very nice, only the most minor wear there on your start-stop button. You have some cup holders and storage available in the center, as well as a nice armrest, which is fully adjustable to suit your driving position. Also, just above my head, a nice big panoramic sunroof. I also like to show that this, sorry, I wanted to see if I had to hold it or if you just touch it, but you do have to hold it down. And this stows away and covers up that glass perfectly. I like to show you full operation. You'll see no cloth bunching up and no issues with operation there. Works perfectly, does a good job of covering up if you don't feel like letting in so much of that natural light. But next up, let's make our way under the hood to see what powers the A4 Allroad. I'll meet you there. All right, well, here under the hood of the A4, if you know Audi, then you'll recognize this powertrain. Here we're looking at the 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. In 2014, it produced a little bit more power, so now it's rated at 220 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, which is a nice impressive figure. And all of that power coming while you're still going to get around 27 miles per gallon on the highway and a little bit over 20 around town. So it's a really nice, convenient, reliable, quiet, and smooth powertrain. Minimal headache, especially when you want something of nice German quality. It's nice to know you also have a powertrain that's not going to leave you with a headache every couple of months. This engine has been in a huge variety of Audi and Volkswagen models, etc., throughout many years. So you know it's tried and true, well tested, and it's going to be a great powertrain, especially when paired with Audi's 8-speed Tiptronic transmission. Great gearbox, very smooth, does an excellent job at delivering the power to all 4 wheels exactly when and where you need it. So next up, let's take a look here at the second row of seating. I did leave the driver's seat in a very, very relaxed position. So before we go do the height check that I usually do, let's get into a real comfortable position, but a little bit further up just to give you a more realistic idea. So you can see here, I'm comfortably driving the vehicle. Knees not contacting anything, steering wheel perfectly clearing. And being 6'4", let's now sit behind myself, not having moved the seat at all. And you will find absolutely plenty of space. No issues whatsoever here in the back of the A4 Allroad. Headroom is just fine as well. No need for adjustment or avoiding the roof. And you can see a great view of your front cabin. It's worth noting that the second row of seating is in great shape as well. You have a nice drop-down center armrest that doubles as a middle seat if needed. And lastly, let's take a look here in the cargo area. One-touch operation is going to lift that tailgate right up. You'll find a very spacious trunk. I can extend this privacy blind here, and it can also be stowed upwards for ease of access, and just as easily stowed down and locked into place, or fully retracted, as we saw when we opened up. You'll see all the carpeting is in great shape. A little storage net just here that can be removed. You also have all of your rubber mats for all of your occupants, and a nice big rubber mat to protect the rear cargo space. One touch on that button on the tailgate drops it down, and it latches into place exactly as it should. So if you have any further questions about this beautiful Audi Allroad, please reference the listing at alphacars.com, and there you will find all of the relevant contact information. Thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful rest of your day. We hope to hear from you soon. Thank you from AlphaCars.